Good. All right. So everybody, my favorite game in the whole world is called Target Number.
I think I know that name.
Now, you know that even when, let's say that I'm online to get into a restaurant or I'm waiting for something and I have nothing to do, I will literally play the game Target Number all the time. Now, some people say, but Mr. Kramer, don't you need a deck of cards to play Target Number? And the answer is yes. You need to have a deck of cards, but I can show you how to do it without a deck of cards. Scarlett, you have a question. Go.
What even is the game Target Number?
Well, I have to obviously show you, right? But before...
I've never heard of a game called Target.
Well, guess what? It is a game that Mr. Kramer found years ago, and then I modified it to be even more cool and more fun. So it's my most fun math game ever. But in order for you to play this game, you have to learn certain properties of two of my favorite numbers. So the first number is 0. And the second number is 1. If you know the properties of 0 and 1, you can be an expert in this game. Who's ready? Which one do you want to go with first? 0 or 1? 0. Say it out loud. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
1.
0.
Okay, I hear lots of everybody who wants the number 0, raise your hand like that. Yeah, Mikey, that might be you. It might be an extra computer. Okay, whoever wants the number 1, raise their hand. Whoever wants the number 0, raise their hand.
And then I want number 0.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the number 0. We're gonna start with the number 0. Everybody put their hand down and let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you the easiest one ever. Are you ready?
Elena?
Smiley face plus 0. 7 plus 0. 28 plus 0. Who can give me the first answer? Raise your hand if you have the first answer. Maddie, go. Go, Maddie.
Wait, they answered to 28 plus 0?
Yes.
Oh, 0. I mean, 28.
I totally agree. Who's got the answer to 7 plus 0?
Me, 7.
Raise your hand electronically. Raise your hand electronically. It's really simple. Charles, go.
7.
It is 7. And Sadie, what is smiley face plus 0?
Smiley face.
Guess what? You are totally right. And what would Mr. Kramer plus 0 be? Go.
Mr. Kramer.
So this property is called the identity property of 0. Everybody say that. Identity property of 0.
0.
And everybody put their hands down, please. Only raise your hand once. That's really important. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do smiley face times 0. We're going to do 18 times 0. We're going to do 39 times 0. Now, nobody call it out, and everybody be nice and quiet. Now, I'm going to go through the list and see who raised their hand. I have only, I think, Eva, did you raise your hand?
Yes.
Go ahead, Eva.
I don't really get it.
Well, Eva, this means multiplication. This means times. I say, hey, I have and I'm going to just go right over here. I have 18 zeros, or I have 39 zeros, or I have a smiley face number of zeros. Everybody say it on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
0.
And guess what? Every one of these is 0. So if I take any value at all, let's say I take Kramer. What is Kramer times 0?
0.
Yeah, because it's 0 Kramers. Okay? So a 0 of anything, a 0 of anything will get you 0. Now that's a really important one. Jack, did you have something to add to that? Or Sadie or Scarlett or Maddie, all of whom have their hands up. Anybody can speak if they have a question. Go ahead, Charles.
So what if
Wait. Hold on a second. I'm going to mute everybody and then unmute Charles because there's a lot of feedback on the line. Go ahead, Charles.
Okay, but what is let's say pencil divided by 0?
Okay, ready for this? 10 pencils.
No, 1 pencil divided by.
Oh, 1. Okay, so you want to divide by 0. Uh-oh. You have 1 pencil, and you want to divide that.
You got the same thing.
You do not. It's a good question. What is 7 divided by 0? What is smiley face divided by 0? And if anybody knows this, guys, whenever you try to divide anything by a 0 number of things, guess what you get?
0.
You not get 0. You get a very, very special idea.
No.
It's an idea. It's not even a number. And you know what the idea is, guys? Are you ready for this?
1 million?
Infinity. Now, 1 million is close, but it's way, way more. And guess what we say? We say, whenever we say infinity, we draw a 0, draw it right now, draw an infinity symbol and an equal sign and a 0 with a /. So everybody draw that right now. You draw an infinity symbol and Jack, Mikey, go grab a pencil, Mikey. Mikey, go grab a pencil and write it down on a piece of paper. It works so much better and it stays with you in your mind. Uh-oh, we're gonna mute everybody again. Somebody has that feedback on the line. Now, this symbol, a 0 with a line through it, is referred to as undefined. And what that means is that we can't define infinity. We don't know what infinity is. It's too big. If I add 1 to infinity, I get infinity. So we say that infinity is undefined. Now, Mr. Kramer is going to try to invent a calculator. And what I want my calculator to do is whenever anyone tries to divide by 0, the calculator starts to have alarms and starts to smoke and starts to yell, "You can't divide by 0." And so I don't know if anybody will buy my calculator, but if you put anything divided by 0 into your calculator, it's probably going to say, anybody know what it says?
Yeah.
It'll even, if you do it on your computer, it should say infinity. If you divide by 0 on another calculator, it might say error. Error. So now, again, my calculator, which is this graphing calculator, okay? This graphing calculator actually says can't divide
By 0.
by 0. It literally tells me that. Hayden, do you have something to add, kiddo? Go for it, Hayden. Yeah, I'm thinking that you are muted. No, you're not muted.
No, we don't have anything to add.
Okay, you raised your hand. Okay, guys. Charles, that was an awesome question. But
Actually, we
what?
can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to share one more time. Here we go. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. Why?
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now we're going to take 0, and we are going to divide 0 by a number. Are you ready? 0 divided by smiley face, 0 divided by 4, 0 divided by 10, 0 divided by, I don't know, Kramer. If I take the number 0 and I divide it into 4 pieces, each piece is how big? If I take 0 and I divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, how big is each piece?
Infinity.
Not infinity, because 0 is almost, is really nothing in a way.
Nothing.
It's a number. Does anybody have another idea besides infinity of what would happen when you took 0 and divided it by a number? Charles, what do you think?
You will get nothing.
You won't get nothing. You get a very, very specific number. A very, very specific number.
Infinity.
0.
Definitely not infinity. Definitely not 1. You get 0. Everybody write it down. When you take 0 and divide it by anything, you will get 0. With one exception. The only time that this won't work is if you divide 0 by what?
0.
If you divide 0 by 0, you will not get 0. Who remembers what happens when we divide by 0? What do we get? We get infinity or undefined. And Will, I'm going to ask you to show your video so I know that you're with us. All right. Next rule. Are you ready? The next rule is smiley face times 1. 7 times 1. 18 times 1. Who can answer that question? On 3, go. 1, 2, 3. First one.
7.
1 smiley face. So a smiley face times 1 is smiley face. 7 times 1 is what?
7.
18 times 1 is what?
18.
And what about Kramer times 1?
Kramer.
That is right. Yeah, well, Kramer times 1 equals trouble, right, guys? Equals trouble. Now, let's do the next one. The next one is very strange. Oh, wait a minute. Watch this. Instead of me saying smiley face times 1, I'm going to say smiley face divided by 1. Smiley face divided by 1. 7 divided by 1. 18 divided by 1. What happens when I cut up 7 holes into one group? What am I going to have? What am I going to have, guys?
1 smiley face.
7 and 18. Maddie, go for it.
You just.
By the way, somebody's banging something. If they would stop banging, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, Maddie, you were asking a question. Go for it.
Oh, I didn't have a question.
Okay, so try not to touch the screen if you can, and that will prevent that from happening. Does everybody know what happened when we divide something by 1? So how about this? 28, Jeremy, 28 divided by 1. Go.
1.
Come on. Come on. Eva, go.
28.
That is correct. 28 divided by 1 is just 28. Now, the next one we're going to do is this one. 28 divided by 28. Smiley face divided into a smiley face number of groups. 9 divided into 9 groups. How much will each group have? Come on, everybody, raise your hand on 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Does anybody know?
Smiley face and 9.
No, wait, I heard a number of answers, but nobody has raised their hand
0.
electronically. So I want everybody to raise their hand electronically if you know. Sadie, what is a number divided by itself?
It's the number.
So you think that if I divide 9 into 9 pieces,
Oh,
each
1.
piece is going to be 9? Did you just say 1?
Mhm.
Sadie, you are correct. 28 divided by 28 is 1 whole. Scarlett, what do you think?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And what about a smiley face divided by smiley face, Jeremy?
1.
And what about
9.
9 divided by 9?
1.
1. Another way to think of this, guys, is in fractions. Think of it as 4/4 equals 1 whole. 3/3 equals 1 whole. 2 halves equal 1 whole. 1 whole equals 1 whole. And oh, by the way, what is Maisie divided by Maisie?
Amazing.
No,
1 whole.
it's 1 whole. What's Kramer divided by Kramer? 1 whole. What's Jack divided by Jack?
1 whole.
What is Hayden divided by Hayden?
1 whole.
And what is Brian divided by Jeremy? Is that trouble? I think that's trouble.
Yes.
That's not a mathematical property. Now, the last one I want to give you is this. Are you ready? Everybody's going to know this. 1 times 1. On 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Get ready for target number, guys. And here is how it's played. With target number, you draw 6 cards from a deck of cards. But before you do that, and by the way, I gave everybody a deck of cards in their packet. But if you notice, I took away the jacks, queens, and kings. Jack, no offense. I'm sorry, Jack, but I had to take away the jacks, the queens, and the kings. Now, when I took those away, flag in if you could tell me how many cards I have left. Who knows? Flag in. Put your raised hand up to tell me how many cards I have left. And Daniel, I'd love to hear from you. Will, you keep hitting the video button. Ryan, go for it. Ryan, go for it.
40 cards.
Ryan, I have called on you, but I do not hear you.
40 cards.
Exactly.
You have 40 cards.
You have exactly 40 cards. So now let's look at this, guys. I draw 6 cards, and I'm going to actually mute everybody because there's a little feedback on the line. You draw 6 cards, 5 cards face up. Hold on a second. I'm going to find out who is still unmuted here. and I can't find them. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, great. You put 5 cards face up. In this case, the ace is worth 1, the 4 is worth 4, the 10 is worth 10, the 8 is worth 8, and the 7 is worth 7. Your target number is 8. You need to use all the cards with addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. You don't have to use all of them, and you can only use one of them if you want to, or 2 of them, it doesn't matter, and you have to use all the cards. So watch how I'm gonna solve the first one. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say 8 plus 7. Do you guys see that? 8 plus 7 equals 15. And then I'm gonna say 15 take away 10 equals 5. Do you see where I'm going with this, guys? I need an 8. I have a 5. Look at my 4 and 1. My 4 and 1, 4 minus 1, gets me to a 3. Now I've got 5 and 3. What do I do with those? 5 plus 3 equals 8. And I solved the first target number. Now, who can solve the same one? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my solution up here, and I want everybody to try to solve this. Now, Hayden, I wonder if you have a way that you can solve this. Go for it.
I have a question.
Yes, honey.
How do you know which target numbers you want?
That's a great question. Hayden, that's not a good question. That's a great question. When you pick your cards, I always pick the first 5 cards are the cards I work with, and the last card, the 6th card, is my target number. So you can do it any way you want, but that's the way that Mr. Kramer does it to make it easy. So everybody should be working on this right now. So I'm going to go to big screen now, and I want everybody thinking about how you would use the 1, the 4, the 10, the 8, and the 7 to get to 8. You can use any of the properties that we just used. Now, the thing you can't do is sit back with your hands up. You've got to pick up your pencil, get that pencil working on paper, and start to do calculations. Like, for instance, I don't think I see Jack's now doing calculations. Ryan, I don't see you doing calculations, but maybe, oh, you are. Good, good. Maisie's definitely doing them. I think Mike is definitely, and I know that Jeremy is, Charles is. Scarlett, you're frozen right now, so you may have to go improve your internet. I know that Eva is, Hayden definitely is, Will definitely is trying, and I don't see Daniel, so I'm not sure what Daniel's doing.
Mr. Kramer?
But, yes, question.
Like, are we supposed to try to find a different way than the way you did?
Oh, by the way, there are literally dozens of different ways to do every single one. So yes, you're trying to find a different way.
So you could use addition and subtraction?
You can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, but you have to use all the cards. So Sadie just showed me 7 plus 1. And we know that 7 plus 1 is 8, but you have to get rid of the 4, the 10, and the 8. And how do we do that is the question. So it's a really, really interesting approach here. And Daniel, you're going to show your video later. That's great. I hope you're working on this. And anybody who wants to share, raise your hand. And I'm going to try to solve this in a different way myself. Ooh, I've got, now Charles, I only want you to hit the raise hand button once. So Charles, if you can remember that rule, I'd really appreciate it. So Jeremy, I'm going to call on you first and go for it, Jeremy.
Wait, what's ace worth again?
What is the ace worth?
Yeah.
Ace is worth exactly 1.
Okay.
Okay, good. And let's see, Charles, did you have a solution? And Charles, I'm going to unmute you. Go.
8 minus 7 equals 1. 1 plus 10 equals 11. 11 minus 4 equals 7. 7 plus 1 equals 8.
Okay, hold on a second. So 10 plus 1 equals 11. Now, what did you want me to do with the 11 and the 4?
It started like this.
11
minus
minus 4 equals 7. And then what do you want me to do with the 7 and the 1 to get to 8?
Minus 1.
7 minus 1, is that going to get you to 8?
1.
7 plus 1 gets you to 8. Charles, that was awesome. Who's got another way to do it? Come on, raise your hand electronically, guys. That was such a beautiful, elegant solution. I loved it. I really loved it. Oh, Scarlett, can you raise your hand electronically? I want to know that you can do that so the next time I can call on you even faster. Okay, so Scarlett, I am choosing you, honey. Go for it.
Okay. So this is my way. I first I add 10 and 4.
What about 10 and 4? Are we adding them or subtracting them or multiplying them
Wait,
or
no.
dividing them? Scarlett, did you write it down? Did you write it down, Scarlett?
Oh, yeah.
And what did you write down? Tell me what you did. And we'll come back to you if, actually, who else has raised their hand? I believe Maddie has raised her hand, and we'll come back to you, Scarlett. Go for it, Maddie.
I did 10 plus 8 equals 18. 18 minus 4 equals 14. 14 minus 7 equals 7. And 7 plus 1 equals 8.
14 minus 7 equals 7, and 7 plus 1 equals 8. Oh my God. I have to tell you, that is such an awesome solution. I never thought of that one. That's so cool. Will, have you come up with one yet? Come on, man. And Hayden and Maisie and Jeremy and Ryan and Jack, and I'm looking for Sadie and Scarlett. Scarlett, do you have yours ready yet?
No, I'm still doing it.
And you notice, guys, that, and I don't know for sure, but let me ask you this question. Maddie, did you write yours down? Everybody look at what Maddie did, guys. Maddie actually wrote it down, which is why she was able to remember it so well. Jeremy, go. And Jeremy, I'm trying to unmute you, so you have to help me there.
Okay, so 18.
No, you have to say
10
10
plus
plus
8
8.
equals 18.
Okay.
18 minus 7 equals 11. 11 minus 4 equals 7. And then 7 plus 1 equals 8.
And 7 plus 1. Oh my God, that is also beautiful. That was a little similar, which I liked, but also very, very elegant. Who's got the next one? Who's got the next one? And raise your hand electronically so Mr. Kramer can call on you right away. I would love that. And who is, I can't see who that is. Somebody's holding their paper up, but I can't see them. Jack, is that you? Jack, why don't you just raise your hand oh, you did. Jack, explain to us how you did it, buddy. Go.
So I did 10 minus 4 equals 6.
Go.
And 6 plus 8 equals 14. And 14 minus 7 equals 7. And 7 plus 1 equals 8.
Oh my God, that was a completely different approach and absolutely stunningly beautiful. Oh my God, keep going, Jack. Try to find another one.
Okay.
And who's got another one for me? You should be trying this. And for instance, I should have you guys going. And Mikey, what do you have, Mikey? I don't see you working, Mikey. I want you to pick up that pencil and really start to work. Yeah, go pick up that pencil, Mikey, and get to work. Get to work. And I'm actually going to show you guys. One of Mr. Kramer's solutions here. So I gave you a solutions page for this one.
Yeah.
And if you notice,
I think I got one.
wait a minute, hold on. Let me just go right here. Oh, check this out, guys.
Mr. Kramer,
Check.
I got one.
Who's I got one? I have no hand up electronically, so there's no way for me to know who is saying that. Now, Hayden, I know that it's you. And Hayden, you are going to solve this right now. So hold on one second. Let me go back to that page. And you guys are being so awesome. Let me find it. And there we go. Whoops. Okay, Hayden. You're up.
8 plus 4 equals 12.
I agree.
And 12 plus 4 equals 16.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. You can't use a number twice. So once you've used your card 4, you can't then use it again. So think of Hayden, think of this for me, okay? What if you took the 10 and the 7 and subtracted them? What would you get?
3.
So 10 minus 7. And then what if you took the 3 and you did something to the 1 with the 3, and then you did that number to 12? Could you get to 8? So 3 what to 1? What do we have to take away from 12, Hayden, to get to 8? What do we need, Hayden, to take away from 12 to get to 8?
4.
Yes. So Hayden, what do you want to do with 3 and 1?
3 and 1.
We want to add them. We want to add 3 plus 1 to get 4. And then we could say 12 take away 4 is 8. So Hayden, you started out really, really well, and then you did a really nice finish. Now I'm going to call on you, Scarlett. Go for it, kiddo.
So I first added 10 plus 8, then I subtracted
Wait a minute, but you have to say 10 plus 8 is?
18.
There you go.
8. And then I minus 7 equals 11, and it equals 11.
So 18 minus 7 is 11.
Then I subtracted 4 equals to 7.
11 minus 4 is 7.
And then I added the 8 to the 7 and equals 8.
I love it. And Scarlett, wasn't it easier to do when you wrote it down?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Maddie, do you have your hand up, honey?
Yeah, I have another way.
Oh, wait, you have another way? That's crazy. Keep going.
7 plus 8 equals 15. Then 15 plus 4 equals 19. 19 minus 10 equals 9. And 9 minus 1 equals 8.
Oh my God, that was magnificent. Now, Will, go for it, Will.
I'm not sure if this one's already been said yet, but
Oh,
I don't
no,
know.
it doesn't matter, Will. As long as you came up with it, that's all I
So-
care about.
so 8, 1, and 10 equals 19.
Hold on. 8, 1, and 10. And we're going to say this out. 1 plus 10 plus 8 equals 19. Go, Will.
And then 19 minus 7 equals 12. And then 12 minus 4 equals 8.
Wow. Will, dude, I think that is beautifully elegant. That is beautifully elegant. Now, guys, would you like to see one that Mr. Kramer did? Because I had a lot of fun with this. And let me see if I can think about it. Right here, right now. Are you ready? Who can tell me what is 10 times 8?
80. 80. It's 80.
80. Now, I'm going to need what number? I'm going to divide 80 by a certain number to get back to 8. What number am I going to ultimately need? Who said 10? That is correct. So since 80 divided by 10 equals 8, I want to make 10 with my ace, my 4, and my 7. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take 7 minus 7 plus 4, which equals 11. And then I'm going to do 11, take away 1, which is 10. And there's my 10. And 80 divided by 10 equals 8. So there's a lot of really fun ways to do this. Now, I have a couple of other people looking to answer questions. So I'm going to start with Mikey. Go.
I did the same way as Maddie.
Wow, that's awesome, buddy. Congratulations, that's cool. And Eva, what about you?
Oh, was I raising my hand?
You did, honey. That's okay. Did you come up with any solutions?
Oh no, I couldn't. I 2, and then the answer was 7, not 8.
Well, guess what? Do you know, Eva, that I come so close every time I try this, so I don't always get it either. Now, I want to introduce you guys to something really fun. Are you ready? There is a website that I've told you about before called random.org. And what I did on that site is I programmed it to take out the jacks, the queens, and the kings, and the jokers, and shuffle them and give you 6 cards. And I gave you that link in your document. So if I hit the word again right here, look what happens to the cards. They all changed. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to copy those cards, and I want everybody to write them down.
That is so.
So I want you to write down those cards, please. And remember the question that Hayden asked me before? She said, Mr. Kramer, which one is the target number? And the answer is, for me, it's always going to be the last card. So the 3 is our target number. Now I want everybody working as hard as they can. Even your parents can help you if they want. Parents love to do these games because it makes your brain feel good when you get it. My brain even feels good when I get one away. Like Eva, you and I got one away on a bunch of those. It really makes my brain feel good. Now, Jack, did you already come up with a solution for this one?
No,
Oh my gosh.
for the one we did before this one. I just finished it.
Wow, that is so cool. So Jack, hold that one, and I want you to work on this one now, Jack.
Okay.
All right, I'm really proud of you, but work on this one now. Oh, Jack, that's awesome, Jack. I'm really proud of you, buddy. That was a great one. And Jack, you know what I liked especially about what you did? I like that you crossed off the numbers as you used them. I think that's a really, really good method. So Jack, write down these numbers now. Go. Jack, write down these numbers. 4, 5, 6, 10, and 7. Your target number is 3.
Hold on just a second. I had to put his pages back. Somehow they fell out.
That's okay, guys. So I think somebody's ready to give me their solution, but they want to raise their hand electronically, so I know that they are ready. So Eva, were you trying to raise your hand? Not yet? Okay, good. So you keep working then. You keep working. I have 2.
I have to use all the numbers.
Oh, Eva, great question again. Yes, you have to use all the numbers. A lot of teachers will play this game and they'll say, oh, you don't have to use all the numbers. But it's not very challenging when you do that. So Mr. Kramer makes you use all the numbers. For instance, if you wanted to, you could just do 10 and 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. But that's good, but that's not going to get you there. So do your best. And in about a minute, I'm going to show you one solution that I had, but I want everybody coming up with solutions right now. And I'm going to ask everybody to start their video so I see that they're working. It's really important that I see your pencils working away. There you go, Will. Oh, I see Scarlett with her pencil. I see Maisie working hard. I see Will, I see Ryan. I think this is Jack. I'm not sure, but Jack, it doesn't, oh yeah, there you go, buddy. It's much better if you sit up and get that pencil and let's see you work. I think I see oh, Maddie's definitely working. Eva, Jack is going at it. Sadie, I think Sadie's working hard. Oh, Eva, go for it, Eva.
So 10 plus 6 equals 16. 16 minus equals 9.
Sweetheart, you're gonna have to go a little slower because your internet is not strong, so it jarbles. So if you go slower, I might be able to hear you better. Go for it.
I just realized I used 6 twice, but.
Well, you know what? Let's see what happens. Take the 16 and take some stuff away from it. Let's see how close we can get.
I did 16 minus 7 equals 9, and then I did 9 minus 6 equals 3.
So 16 minus 7 equals 9, which I totally agree with. Oh, wait a minute. You have a 9, and then you have a 4 and a 5. So you could either add 4 plus 5, you could subtract 4 from 5, but then if you add them, you get 9. If you subtract them, you get 1, but that doesn't get you to 3. So that was really awesome. Eva, go back to the drawing board and try again. Jeremy, I want you to give me your idea. And Jeremy, please unmute yourself. Go for it.
So 4 plus 5 equals 9.
Wait,
And then
slow down, buddy. Go a little bit slower. Go for it.
4 plus 5 equals 9.
And then 9 minus 6 equals 3. It's very small.
And that is beautiful, but did you use all the cards?
Oh, yeah.
So your 10 and your 7 need to be used. Now, 10 and
Oh, yeah.
7 make either 17 if you add them, 3 if you subtract them, 70 if you multiply them, 10 sevenths if you divide them. That's not going to get you to 3. So go back to the drawing board and work until you've used all those cards.
Okay.
Sadie, go for it. Go for it.
I just realized that my number, that it equaled 2.
Sadie, maybe I can help you. Why don't we do it together, buddy? Let's do it. Come on, let's see how you started.
I started with 4 plus 5 equals 11.
Try that again. 4 plus 5, what does that really equal? Because 6 plus 5 is 11, and 4 plus 7 is 11, but 4 plus 5 equals what?
9.
That's right. Now, maybe that can be really helpful. Let's see. And guess what? Sadie, wait, everybody stop for a minute and look up at the screen because this is exciting. Do you see how Sadie just got a 9 over here? And by the way, somebody's making a squeaky noise, like a squeak, like they're moving something
that's
back
my
and forth.
That's my nanny playing with my puppy.
Yes, if your nanny could do that later, that would be awesome. And I'll mute you for now. I appreciate that. Now, everybody look at this, guys. What happens if I add 6 plus 7? Who has an answer for me? 6 plus 7, go.
13.
And who can tell me what happens when I subtract 10 from 13? Go.
3.
Now, do you see that I have a 9 and a 3?
Yes.
What could I do with 9 and 3 to get to 3? Is it addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Go for it. Say it out loud.
9
Division.
divided by
9 divided by 3. Take 9 and chop it into 3 pieces, and that will give you groups of 3. And we did it. So Sadie, you actually got me going. This is awesome. Who's going to help me with the next one? Jack, are you going to help me with the next one? Come on. Who's going to help me? Raise your hand electronically.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Good for you.
Okay, Charles, I want you to lead me on this next one. Go for it, Charles.
Okay, for the next one, this one, right?
Charles, you just raised your hand, right? Do you have a solution?
I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking. Okay, who has a solution who can help me? Jack, how about you?
I didn't get the solution. I got one that was super close. All I got was
Well, get me started, Jack. Get me started.
so first I did 10 plus 7 equals 17. And then I did 17 minus 5 12.
Wait a minute, guys. I cannot hear Jack. I'm going to mute everybody so then Jack can speak. Hold on a second. Jack, go.
Muted. So then I did 12 minus 6 equals 6.
Wait. Where do you see 12? Because right now we have.
To do it all over again.
Okay, we can do that.
So you already wrote it down. 10 plus 7 equals 17.
Yeah.
And then I did 17 minus 5 equals 12.
Awesome.
And then I did 12 minus 6. And that equaled 6.
Wow.
And then 6 minus 4 equals 2. And so I got like one less.
Wow, that was really, really cool. And I have to tell you, you've given me some really, really good ideas. Who else is going to give this one a shot? Come on, I want somebody else to take a risk. Maddie, I want to hear your ideas. And then after Maddie, I'm going to shuffle the deck again. Go, Maddie, go.
So I did 7 plus 5 plus 4 equals 16.
Hold on. So we have 4 plus 5 plus 7 equals 16. I agree.
And then 16 minus 6 equals 10.
I agree.
And then 10 minus 7 equals 3.
Oh, interesting. I wish we had another 7, but unfortunately you used it already, but you have a 10. So that was a really, really good idea. A really, really good idea. And I wonder if there's any way, yeah, that's kind of a hard one. That's kind of a hard one. Are you guys ready for a new deck of cards?
Yes.
Are you ready? Give me a blank piece of paper and let's do random.org. Ready? Shuffle the deck. Kramer, hit the again button and go. Oh my gosh, our target number is 10. Everybody write down those numbers and get started. Everybody write down those numbers and get started. And I'm gonna put the target number in red.
Wait, can I see the cards again?
Say that again.
Can I see the cards again? I didn't get to write them all down.
Do you not see my screen, Jeremy?
I know, but it's zoomed in.
Hey, is it too zoomed in? Is that better? Okay. Okay, Charles, do you want to give your ideas?
I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay, you don't have to let me know when you go, but thank you for letting me know anyway. Thank you. And if anybody wants some help, by the way, so for instance, Mikey, because I see your two hands, that means you can't be writing. I need to see your pencil working away. So like when I look at Scarlett's picture or Jack, I literally see a pencil in their hands. And then I know that they're working hard. Will, I can't see. I'd like to see him. Daniel.
That's because I'm trying to think in my head.
Oh, yeah. Mikey,
Mr.
do
Kramer.
not do this in your head. Do not do this in your head. Do you know that Mr. Kramer does not even do it in his head? So I want you, Mikey, to write it down because that's how the best mathematicians work. Go ahead, Eva.
Mr. Kramer.
Hold on a second. Eva's got a question, and then you can raise your hand electronically so I can answer yours. Go ahead, Eva.
I don't have a question. I had an answer that's almost an answer, but I didn't use the 1.
Oh, do me a favor. Tell me what your solution was. I bet I can help you get there.
So it was 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 minus 5 is 10.
8 plus 7 equals 15. 15 minus 5 equals 10. Now, Eva.
That's the same solution as me, pretty much.
But Eva, you have 7 and 1 left. You don't just have a 1 left. You have a 7 and a 1 left. So how are you going to get there? So why don't you go back and try to solve this? Will, Ryan, talk to me about your idea.
Okay, so it's 7 plus 7 equals 14. And 5 plus 14 equals 19. 19 minus
Wait, hold on. So 14 plus 5 is 19. I gotcha.
8 minus 19 equals 11.
Did you mean to say 19 minus 8 equals 11?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And 1 minus 11 equals 10.
And did you mean 11 minus
Oh,
1 equals 10? Awesome, awesome. Ryan, guys, you guys should give him a round of applause. That was awesome, and he was the first one in. Now, Maisie, you are my next solution mathematician here.
Find another one.
Maisie, take me on a journey.
What you got one?
I left out 8.
Oh, you left out 8. That can be hard sometimes. So you got to 10. Cool.
Yeah, but I left
Cool.
out.
12. All right, so go back to the drawing board. Let's see. And who else has a solution here? Sadie, you have a solution?
14.
Come on, Sadie, let's hear it, kid.
5 plus 1
So 14.
equals 7.
So 14.
Say that again, Maisie. I mean, Sadie.
5 plus 1 equals 6.
5.
Good.
6 plus 5 equals 11.
Where's your other 5? You already used the 5 and the 1 to make the 6.
Okay.
So that was a good one, but you gotta make sure you don't use double cards. And Mikey, do you have a solution for me? Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mikey.
7 plus 7 equals 14. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Plus,
Wait. Where do you see 5 plus 5?
oh,
Something.
All right. And Ryan, do you have another one, buddy? Ryan,
Yes, I
do you have
do.
another one?
Yes, I do.
All right, go for it.
So 1 plus 8 equals 9. 7 plus 7 equals 14. 1 minus 9 equals 5. 5 plus 5 equals 10.
That is unbelievable. Ryan, you really are coming up with these elegant solutions. And I want everybody right now to stop for just a second. And I want to show you what I did.
Unbelievable, Ryan.
I showed you 6 different ways of getting one set of cards to work. And I'm just going to mute everybody so you can hear me. Then I gave you your own deck of cards. I then gave you 2 pages of challenges. So even if you don't have cards or you can't use random.org, you can still do 8 different challenges. And I even gave you answers to all of those. But again, this is only one answer. I bet you guys could come up with 1,000 answers. And guess what? I had one student yesterday. She came up with 12 different ways of getting the target number. And I could not believe how that worked. And it does. It's so much fun. So I want you guys to work really, really hard. And then now let's do our cheer. And we're going to do our cheer with a target number of 0. Jack, do you have a question, buddy?
Good thing this is almost almost over because I'm on a computer right now, and right now it's almost out of batteries.
Well, let's do it, guys. Let's
It is
go.
actually out of batteries.
Let's go from 100%, negative 100% battery, all the way to 0. Go. Negative 100%. Negative 90%. Negative
80%. Negative 70%. Negative 60%. Negative
50%.
negative 40%. Negative 30%.
Negative
20%.
Negative 10%.
But don't ever say negative 0%.
2, 4,
Two,
6, 8.
Who do we appreciate? Matthew. Go home, Matthew. I'll see you guys in 167 hours. I want you to play 1,000 games of target number. Start right now. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Say goodbye to your buddies.
Bye, bye, bye,
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.